Broadcasting from an undisclosed location under a farm pond somewhere in the Midwest. Your host is Jim Crowley. This is Slickfish Radio.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Slickfish Radio. We're going to have some fun tonight. I've been really looking forward to this. We're going to bring on Andy Clayburn in just a little bit here, and we're going to talk some ice fishing with him. And as you guys come on, chime in if you want. If you want to say hi, if you got some, we're going to talk to Andy about ice fishing. We're going to talk to him about some other, but he has got some cool baits. This fish day, first of all, when you go to the website, and we'll give it out later, you got to check out. I got to get me one of those Fish Daddy sweatshirts, hoodies. Those are really cool. But when you see these lures and when you see what they can do below the water, you are going to love it. This is going to be a lot of fun. I want to thank our sponsors. First and foremost, American Tackle. Man, there was such a big blow up at ICAST about the stuff for American Tackle. And we keep talking about that. That's because they're still feeling the after effects of how popular the stuff was there at ICAST. Looking forward to talking with them and having some stuff coming from them on in the near future. Hey, Explore Lacrosse. This week, coming up in La Crosse, Wisconsin, the last BASS Elite Series event is going to be at La Crosse. So, and I know some of you are going up to La Crosse. Ed Riddle just chimed in. Hi, Ed. How you doing, buddy? I know a lot of you, or some of you, were talking to me about going up to La Crosse for the Elite event, okay? So, plenty of places to stay, plenty of places to eat. If you go to the event there, stop by the La Crosse booth. Talk to my buddy Jeremiah Burrish there at La Crosse. That's who you've seen on the show. We fish with him every year, and La Crosse is hosting this event. If you can make it up for this Elite event, it's beautiful. La Crosse is an area that I promise you, if you go once, you will go back. So check out our friends at explorelacrosse.com. Shields is getting ready for hunting season. They've got a lot of sales going on. They are stocked up with more stuff from running to biking to hunting to late season fishing. And you know they're going to stock up with ice fishing stuff. Shields always has everything. You don't go anyplace else when you're in Illinois or anywhere. If there's a Shields, you go. It's that great of a store. We are powered, as always, by Dakota Lithium with their 11-year warranty. Just, again, a couple weeks ago, I was out on the water. Actually didn't have time to charge the boat the second day. 2 days out on the water. Never lost a bit of power. That's 14, 15 hours, folks. If you're looking for the top in lithium batteries, right now, top of their game, they beat everybody else. It's Dakota Lithium. Check them out at dakotalithium.com. We are going to bring in my friend Andy Clayburn. Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you?
It looks like a freaking Christmas tree in the background there.
That's what we try to go for, is LED equipped tackle right there. You can see them kind of light up a little bit there.
That is for sure. You have a bunch of it there. And so tell us a little bit. I want to get right into it about how did you start Fish Daddy? Usually companies start out of a necessity that the person finds and go, hey man, I want this. So what happened? How did you come about all this?
So it started back when, probably it would have been about 10 years ago now. We were out fishing Lake Minnetonka, and the walleye bite was actually pretty terrible, and we wanted to go to a point that was like a go-to type point for ourselves. And we went in 5 feet of water, but the water clarity over there was very dingy. And then we anchored up, and like in times past, there's normally fish there by that time, but there wasn't. So I decided to take a little LED out of my tackle box, and I attached it to my bottom bouncer, and I put it down in the water. And then all of a sudden I saw bait fish swim around the bottom bouncer. And then soon after I saw that bait fish around there, I got my first hit, and I got a walleye, and then another hit, I caught a crappie. Another hit after that, there was a bass, and then a hit after that was a walleye. So what was cool is I was catching fish with this concept, but what I knew right away was the LED basically blew up after about an hour of fishing, and we couldn't use it anymore.
It's time to build a better mousetrap, right?
Yeah. So I realized I had to create some sort of housing or something So that's when I came up with the bouncer flare, which is that plastic housing seals the LED, my original concept, in there. And then you got your traditional bottom bouncer there. We also have that in a quick change style. So that was my first product. And what happened was, as I brought that product to a bait shop, or correction, a distributor, and the distributor says, that's great. But, we sell a lot of ice fishing. Do you think you could come up with something for ice fishing? Sure. And I'm an avid ice angler, actually probably more than open water. And that's when the first product I came up with was the Dirty Bomb. And I only brought 3 colors, that green one there that you can see, a red and a blue one. And I
want to show these people. I want to show these people. The Dirty Bomb is what first got my attention when Andy showed it to me. I want to show you guys what this thing looks like underwater. So it's water activated. So as soon as you drop it in, it starts flashing. Now imagine that if you're fishing for panfish, especially crappies or perch, you're dropping that thing down there. Look at that. And he makes them in a bunch of different colors. I cannot wait. Andy and I were talking about this before the show started. I can't wait to go to La Crosse when I go fish perch again in the Mississippi River, because I'm grabbing a gold one from him. That's all I want. And I'm probably going to tip it with something orange. That's most time all you need in that dirty water. But with that light right there, that is going to, and when we have the Humminbird 360 on there, I cannot wait, or the live, I cannot wait to see the fish that come around that, because fish are just attracted by light, aren't they? Obviously.
They are. And what we've kind of noticed is what we notice is the ones that are constant on, we notice it's more bait fish that are attracted per se, and then the fish are attracted to that. And then we've noticed that the flashing LEDs actually attracts the fish. And think of like way back when you're a kid, throwing a Daredevil and you capture the sunlight and it reflects a little bit back and forth. And that's all we're doing, just artificially. So now you can take that same concept and go 30 feet of water where it's dark down there in the middle of the day and still use a bait with that same concept.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Now, we got some people chiming in, and I have a feeling this guy knows you just because of the comment that he said. So there's an Eric, Sime. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so he says, ask Andy how he achieves excellence, left leg or right leg first.
We'll go with the left leg on that one.
That's obviously an inside joke, and we'll make sure that he doesn't win the prize at the end of the show for giving you a hard time. Yeah. Okay. So, hey, besides that, Eric, by the way, the first time I've seen you on the show, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate, he said, really appreciate having you here and joining us. Let's go over some of the baits, some of the other baits you have, because I'm pretty interested in those spoons, just because especially walleye fishing and perch can react to spoons really well. Show us some of the spoons that you have. I noticed a lot. It seemed like a few more newer products on your website than when you and I talked at ICAST. So go over some of them, man, because I want people to see them.
Oh yeah, so like I said, the Dirty Bomb product line started with just 3 different spoons. Now we're up to 45.
Jeez.
So that, because every single color, you have 5 different LED options. You got this one's green, you got red, blue, pink, and then that gold that you saw in your tank.
Right.
So that's the 1/16 size, and then we go all the way up to a 1/4 ounce, which bass anglers like this size, because when you throw it in the water, it looks like a bait fish there. And then also what's new in that product line, which we haven't even launched these yet, so this is a sneak peek, so to speak.
All right.
Is we have a blade bait coming out called the Dirty Bomb Minnow.
This looks cool.
And you're not going to get this on the website yet, so you'll have to be a little patient. So I apologize, but they're coming.
Look at that.
That's a 1-inch blade bait, and this one is specifically designed for ice fishing. So most blade baits are nose forward and it goes down.
Look at that.
Where this one is actually weighted to one side. So when you rip it up, it's going to turn this way and flutter slowly down.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
And it still has the water activated portion on it.
We got to talk about that a little bit more too. On a lot of his baits, now you have some LED sticks on some, but remember this, guys. A lot of this, I'm going to say hi to Savannah Koba. Hi, Savannah. Craig Kloss from Florida. Hi, Craig. How are you? Yeah, and Eric just chimed in again. He said Fish Daddy has awesome panfish jigs as well. Yeah, we're going to get to all that. I wanted to talk ice fishing because it's starting to be on people's minds. But guys, when I met Andy at ICAST, I was really impressed. We didn't have a scheduled meeting or anything like that. We because of a mutual friend. And as soon as he showed me this stuff, I went, this is cool. This is something we've got to talk about here on a podcast. This is exciting stuff. There's a lot of guys here in the Midwest, obviously, even from Illinois, where I am, and Wisconsin, Minnesota, that love to ice fish. But now you can have something that literally fish are attracted by light. They are. The simplest thing, if you can think about homeowners on boat docks, put lights around their docks to attract fish. You have your own fish attractor, and every single one has lures that he has. And the deeper you go, the more stained the water is. Light is an attractor. Fish only feed for two things happen when a fish bite. You have to attract them, and you have to trigger them. And you got that built into a lure right here. You will not get a bite without those two things happening. You have to attract them, and you have to trigger them. This lure does them both by light, and I just think it's cool. What else you got?
So one of our taglines, kind of piggybacking off what you say, is the light will bring them in and your bait will seal the deal. So what most people are doing for ice fishing is they're tying one of these on. They put they tip it with their minnow, or for open water, what they do is just put this right under a slip bobber instead of a standard jig, and put their minnow over here. So what this is called is the micro LED spoon.
That's cool.
And if you notice down here is the LED stick, which is going to be different than anything you've seen on the market. So we designed this with a zinc body, and we have 5 different spoon colors. This is our Wonder Bread. It glows as well.
That's a trout bait right there.
Oh yeah, trout.
Yeah.
So we got 5 different colors, and then each one's kind of married with a specific LED color as well. But you can choose your LEDs, as you can see behind me here, that Christmas tree light that you're talking about there. And so how these work is, one thing we noticed with the dirty bombs is people like them, but one of the questions that always came up is, we love these, we catch a lot of fish. Is there a way we can make the battery replaceable? And that's what we're doing with this here.
That's cool.
So here you just go top down and you push them together to turn it on.
Look at that. Now, how long will one of those last?
Well, we say a week of fishing, but it's up to about 90 hours of fishing.
That's plenty.
And that depends on a certain amount of factors. Obviously, if you leave that in your tackle box,
blinking, you're going to wear it down, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the other cool part about that product line is you have the option to, if you want to use glow sticks, we have glow sticks for them. Or if you have, let's say you don't want to use an LED, you don't want to retie your spoon, we also have rattles. So in Minnesota, you can fish. Two lines. So the idea is you have one rattle spoon and one LED spoon.
I love it.
Usually the fish will tell you which one they want.
Yep. I love it. Hey, we're gonna take a quick 2.5, like Chuck. I always say this, what Chuck Woolery used to say, is we're gonna take and two. There you go. See, the older guys get that. See, anybody new watching that, they're going, where are you coming from? But we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna ask you a question right now. When I come back from commercial break, anybody who tells me that hat right there, all right, so I'm going to give away a hat. We didn't give out his website yet. Tell me what Fish Daddy's website is. You're going to have to look it up pretty quick, but you don't want to miss what's coming up after that. We're going to talk more with Fish Daddy and with Andy right after this. American Tackle is home to the award-winning microwave line control system. Rod blanks to reel seats, ferrules to finish, grips to guides. They're committed to the very best in rod building components. Find out more, americantackle.us. With fishing beyond your expectations, indoor and outdoor activities, a vast variety of places to eat, drink, and stay. Discover your next adventure between the bluffs. ExploreLaCrosse.com. Located in Springfield, Illinois' largest selection of sports and sportswear, hunting, fishing, specialty shops and services, a 65-foot Ferris wheel, 16,000-gallon saltwater aquarium, and industry-leading knowledgeable employees. You don't take chances at Shields, ever. Go to shields.com. Believing quality is measured by lifespan and harnessing their unique chemistry and engineering know-how. Dakota Lithium lasts 4 times longer, powering your passion with an 11-year warranty. Find out more, dakotalithium.com.
Slickfish Radio with Jim Crowley can be seen and heard on Roku, Fire TV, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iTunes.
Come here. Get in here. Yeah, nice fish right there. Hi, I'm Jim Crowley. Make sure you catch my show, Jim Crowley Outdoors, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, exclusively on Wired to Fish TV. Look for Jim Crowley Outdoors on Wired to Fish TV on free ad-supported streaming TV, including Plex, that can be downloaded in the App Store at Apple TV, Roku, Samsung, and others. We are back with Andy Clayburn, and we already have a winner. A bunch of people chimed in. Mark Dyer is the winner, FishDaddyOutdoors.com. So, Mark, I am going to send you a Jim Crowley Outdoors hat. There you go.
Hey, free merch. Everyone loves that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, I figure if they got to watch me, listen to me for a half hour, somebody should get something for free. That's just the way. That's just the way it works here. We got some questions for you too.
Sure.
Let's see. Mark Dyer said, I got 2 hats from you already. Share the love with another viewer. Okay, Mark. So let's see. We got whoever comes up. I already gave the answer. Somebody tell me what Fish Daddy's website is one more time. And next person who comes on, I'll give you a Jim Crowley Outdoors hat. All right. Because Mark is so kind. So we'll see who comes up with that. Andy, let's talk a little bit. Oh, there's a question here from you. Let's see. What color would show best? All right. So people are commenting like crazy. Hold on. Eric. Eric, you're wrong. He did. He said it wrong. Let's see if I can find. Okay. Which color would show best in stained water with low visibility? That was the question.
Right. So that's one of our frequently asked questions. And the thing is it could be stained green. It could stay stained brown, like up in Lake of the Woods. Yep. So it's less about the stained versus the color of the water. And the shortcut answer to that is what we have found is if you have a certain jig color on your favorite lake, I would start there with that LED color. It matches up. So Lake of the Woods, gold is common, and then reds and pinks. And Lake of the Woods, our golds, reds, and pinks are our best sellers up there. So it usually falls in line on clearer water, bodies of water. We go with blues and greens is where we'll start. Okay. And then so once you get in that ropier color, we go do reds and pinks. And then if we got dark greens, we usually start with blue, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Mark, there was because he just said stained green. So there you go.
Perfect. Yeah. Blue. So I'd start with blue.
Yep. And so we have another winner for the hat, Gen Wong. Hi, Gen. How you doing, buddy? We spent some time together in Florida at ICAST together. Again, I'll get your information from you after the show, get your address, and I'll send you that Jim Crowley Outdoors hat. So thank you. And everybody's still commenting. I said we were talking about this for the show. We have an extremely loyal audience, and it seems to grow all the time. God bless all of you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We got some more great information from Andy here. Let's talk a little bit more about some of your favorite panfish stuff. So let's go to bluegills and crappies. What are some of your favorite baits of yours that you would, because here, like in Central Illinois, there's a lot of bluegills, a lot of guys who like to fish for crappies. Okay, that's what they like to fish for.
And one thing I've noticed too, just going to trade shows across the country here, is that every state is a little different. Like in Minnesota, like I can use a 1/16 30 bomb for sunnies and crappies, and it works. Other states, you want to go small, like really small, and that's where we have a whole lineup of tungsten jigs. So this is our perch pattern one, and we have close to 40 different options for tungsten jigs in sizes 3, 4, and 5. Wow. And so usually if I am panfish, I will tie on one of the tungstens here And then I also have an LED lure as like my bobber rod.
Okay.
So sometimes when you're crappie fishing, if they're hitting crappie minnows, then they'll hit the larger spoon. But other times they just want some sort of like Euro larvae or worms similar to that. So that's when I go downsize to those small jigs, and those are called the dip and rip tungsten jigs.
Now you were showing me something right before the show about something for a net. Can you
Yes.
can you show me that again and tell everybody what that is?
Yeah. So what we noticed is that when you're out night fishing and you have your headlamp and you got to reach up and you're trying to reel, and sometimes you can lose a fish when you're night fishing.
Sure.
So what we came up with is a solution for that, and that's called the glow net. So, and I'll take this out here. So we kind of try to design this packaging kind of like Apple, trying to get people excited about when they open it up. But what's really nice about the glow net, and it's super lightweight. But all you do is attach it to any standard net, just like right here.
Yeah.
And then you turn, there's a big button on the top. So you turn it on, and then it's motion activated.
Look at that.
Once you pick up the rod, it turns on. If it's still, it'll turn back off.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, is that available now or that's coming soon?
We just put it up on the website today. So today's our launch. In anticipation of talking to you today, I thought you'd have some fans who would like that.
Yeah, I think I said I've just from the baits that I've seen, but that Dirty Bomb and that spoon. What's the name of your spoons again? Just so you know, I'm really interested in those.
So Dirty Bomb and then the micro LED spoon.
Yeah. I like. What's the smallest size?
The micro LED spoon.
Yeah.
1/16.
Yeah, that's going to be killer for those. Yeah, that's going to be killer for those perch. I can't. That's going to be, and the cool thing is too, and spoons have worked for me too when it comes, even though horizontal presentation seems to work better for crappies, occasionally throwing some spoons down there like that, they're curious too, especially or with something like that but I'm really interested in that little panfish lure you just showed, that blade bait. I think that is going to knock some crappies absolutely sideways. That's going to be really fun. That's going to be really, really fun. So, one of the Savannah Colby just came on. She goes, I love the net light idea. Well, hey, like I said, you'd be one of the first ones to have them, Savannah, there. And you go to fishdaddy-outdoors.com, and they are for sale there right now. And I know some of you guys are probably already going there to check out the website already. He's got a lot of great products. If you look at the prices, they're extremely well priced for what you get. I'm going to show you guys this again. For those of you who joined us late, I do think this is important for you to see. This is what that water activated. This is in my tank in the studio. So check that out. Imagine that bouncing over the head of some crappies or some perch or some walleyes. Look at that. I love the big eyeball on one side, the light on the other. That is going to be a fish attractor. And you've got, you got some good quality hooks on there too.
Yeah, they're VMC hooks.
Yes. I knew they were good quality hooks.
And what the eye you're looking at, it's a real scan perch eye. And one thing that none of my customers complain about this, but was one thing. I had a whole pile of them in my tackle box. I didn't know what LED color it was.
Yeah.
So every single perch eye is color coordinated with a different color LED.
Now so that's somebody who's picky and fussy at fishing like I am. That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I love attention to detail, man. And you have done it. So before we let you go tonight, why don't you tell everybody how they can, and thank you everybody for chiming in. Man, there was a bunch of guys here tonight and everything. And welcome to some of the new guys on here. Donald Haas, I didn't say hi to you. Hi. Again, thanks for joining us tonight. Mark Dyer, as always, he's on there. Eric, again, it was good to have you on. Thanks for checking us out. I hope you tell everybody about Slick Fish Radio. I appreciate all of you. Andy, tell them where they can find out more about you. Check website, anything you want, let them have it.
Yeah, so fishdaddy-outdoors.com. And if you have any questions, you can leave them right in the feed here. I'll make sure I watch it for the next few days and answer any questions, or you can hit our social media up at Fish Daddy. and that's on our Facebook, Fish Daddy Outdoors on Instagram.
Yeah, and the Instagram page is really cool too, because I've been noticing some of that, and hopefully we'll add to some of those pictures this winter because I'm gonna have to go and buy a bunch of stuff now too. Especially that's the worst thing about having guests on this show is then I find out more stuff that I have to buy.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
The way we view social media is this, so that we can interact with people, and it's also a place where we put to proof the testimony of our products.
Sure.
Yeah,
and that's great, because there's obviously, if you see that picture we posted on social media earlier today, folks, it's just monster pike. He caught through the ice on that, and I love catching big pike anyway, and that is just through the ice though. That no wonder your smile was so big. It probably lasted a couple days, I would assume.
Yeah, I have to tip my hat to our friends at Grim Outdoors. They kind of showed me the ropes on that whole bit. And all they do is pike fish. So
that's cool. That's very, very cool. Mike Payon from Florida just chipped in. He said, "You can never have enough tackle." That's coming from the words of somebody who's got experience at that. Payon, he's as bad as me. So, and most of us who listen to the show. So, hey, Andy, I really want to appreciate you having you on tonight, and thanks for taking your time. And we'll be in contact soon. Everybody, just all stay around here for a minute, because I got a couple more things to tell you. Let's see. Mark Dyer said, "If I see it triggers a muskie this winter for me." So apparently he's going to buy some stuff for it.
All right. So, that sounds good.
That sounds good. But I'll talk with you soon. Andy, I appreciate you being on tonight. God bless you, my friend. Thanks for your time, and thanks for having a great product line.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What a great guy. I gotta tell you guys, that was iCast, and we're going to have more people on from iCast as the show continues throughout the year. It's just getting a thing of scheduling people. But when you meet somebody like Andy like that, it was just, we kind of hit it off right away. And I love products that are not reinventions of the wheel. I love things that are new to a certain extent, or somebody puts a new twist on it. And he's got a lot of passion. He's got a lot of passion for God. He's got a lot of passion for fishing. He's got a lot of passion for this industry. And I love all that. I just love all that, and we hit it off really good, and I'm looking forward to fishing with some of his products this winter. As you know, just so you know, a couple things to tell all of you that are listening in now, or those of you join us later on Roku, on Fire TV, Amazon Music, iTunes, and Spotify. Thank you for joining us. However you find Slick Fish Radio, I sure do appreciate that. We will be doing more ice fishing shows this year, so there will be, as well as freshwater, and we may even add a saltwater show in later for 2023, but we start filming 2022. Actually, tomorrow I'm headed to Wisconsin to start on season 2. Season 1 was great. Thanks all of you who watched Jim Crowley Outdoors on Wired to Fish TV. I appreciate all of you, and thanks all of you for listening in to Slick Fish Radio. Again, I want to thank our great sponsors, American Tackle, who jumped on just about right away with us. They were awesome. They loved what we were doing. We love American Tackle. Let me give you a discount code here for you guys still on here. Let me get here we go. Check this out. You want to get some discounts on some great products? Go to AmericanTackleAnglerProducts.com. Put in the code JCO20. And you'll get 20% off. There's rods, there's reels, there's lures there. Go to AmericanTackleAnglerProducts.com. Put in that code JCO20. You will get 20% off. Now, the sunglasses that I love, that I've used for years. If you are in the Springfield area, go to Shields. They have the largest selection of Fish 419 sunglasses anywhere in the Midwest, and new styles coming soon. I'll have a big announcement in the coming weeks to let you all know about it. But our audience is growing a lot larger than Illinois now. And so if you're not in the Springfield, Illinois area, go to Fish 419 and put in the code Thanks JC. You'll get 15% off there from Fish 419. So, and Ed Riddle said, "Thanks, great show tonight." Thank you, Ed. I appreciate all of you joining in tonight. It is always fun to have all of you. Also want to thank Dakota Lithium, who we are powered by. If you want to find out more about the best lithium batteries on the planet, go to DakotaLithium.com. And again, those of you interested in the last BASS Elite Series tournament of the year, it will be in La Crosse, Wisconsin this coming weekend. Lots of places to stay, lots of places to eat, and always lots to explore in La Crosse. Go to Explore La Crosse Until next time, and we will have another show. Got a great guest next week. You'll see the advertisement about that. You don't want to miss next week's show. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. God bless you all. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your week, and thank you for listening and watching Slick Fish Radio.